most awesome Sims 2 fans, welcome to the channel. I'm Tipsy Mommy Shark. Today, we're crafting a cozy witch's cottage that begins a new series in Riverblossom Hills. While I was building this spellcaster hideaway, West Anime Sims dropped a tiny home challenge, which means you get to see this build ridiculously early. Stay tuned to the end to hear the lore surrounding this mysterious little cottage and learn how to get this build for your game absolutely free. Let's get started. The inspiration for this build actually started during a live stream. Someone sent me a photo and immediately it derailed my entire brain in the best possible way. I had mentioned I was working on a new project in Riverblossom Hills and wanted to create a witch's cottage. This picture just clicked. It had the perfect mix of charm and something definitely lives here that maybe you shouldn't disturb after midnight. We're going to walk through how this image shaped the direction of the build, the mood, my choices. Then we'll take a closer look at the build itself. Later, I'll talk a bit about the new Riverblossom Hills series and where it's headed, I think. Please take a moment to like and subscribe. It keeps the channel going and lets me know you want more of this cozy chaos. You're going to see here I had an issue with that adorable little window tucked in the pointed roof. The fix: place your window, lower the roof, raise the roof, and voila, the chaos settles. It's like taming a tiny little architectural gremlin. My stream applauded my little window fix. Thank you, thank you. There's a link in the description down below should you want to catch my live stream and witness the chaos firsthand. Even with my little triumph, that roof refused to become what I saw in my mind. I couldn't recreate those daring pointed roof pitches from the reference photo. They had that dramatic, almost storybook, dangerous angle to them, like the cottage itself was trying to warn you away. And no matter how I turned it, the game, probably my own building limitations, it wouldn't let me capture that kind of danger. The garden, however, that was the answer. The original image carried an almost untamed, overgrown magic, like the plants weren't just growing around the cottage, but conspiring with it. It's as if the land itself had claimed the structure and it was slowly deciding what it would become. That part I could bring to life. For winding paths, I like to outline them first, either with half walls, which I did here, or floor tiles, which I do a bit later. That helps me map out exactly where the terrain paint is supposed to go and prevents it from spreading like it's got a personal vendetta against me. The path then starts to take shape and I can line it with plants because I do love chaos, but controlled chaos. The move objects cheat is on and does most of the heavy lifting. It allows me to place plants in spots where the game didn't intend. I also use bool prop snap objects to grid false. This way I can break things off the grid and push plants slightly out of place, and that gives it that overgrown, untamed look like the garden's been reclaiming space for years. Originally, the interior was supposed to be simple, rustic, cheap, very. I only have 20,000 simoleons and a dream. At that point, the whole Riverblossom Hills idea was still forming in my head, so the plan was to keep it simple, small, and humble. Then, West Anime Sims announced his tiny home challenge. I could have probably built something completely different for it, but this one was already sitting there, staring at me, saying, "Go on, you know you want to." So I gave in, of course. That meant I had to do what I call a touch-up. I go back into the build once I've worked out its final personality. But for this college, it meant something bigger. If I was going to release it to all of you, I needed to actually sit down and work out my Riverblossom backstory. It meant builds, B-roll. The build demanded lore. And who am I to argue with a witch's cottage? This feels like a perfect time to tell you a little bit about the idea behind my new series. What I love just as much as building in The Sims 2 is building the stories around the lots themselves. Anyone watching my Strangetown series knows I cannot leave lore alone. If you're new to the channel, I will put a link in the description down below so you can catch up. Every build turns into a backstory. Every backstory turns into neighborhood drama. I wanted another world where I could do something similar. Riverblossom Hills never has clicked for me. I have always, in 20 years, found it absolutely boring. Maybe it's because it reminds me too much of growing up in Amish country. Those quiet country roads, the farms, the small town energy, the kind of place where everybody knows everybody else's business by breakfast while churning butter. But what if that peaceful little farming town wasn't really peaceful? Long before the orchard and the cozy cottages, something happened there. Something the town buried under generations of polite smiles, flower boxes, and church socials. Then an idea hit me. One of the original settlers was a witch, and before she disappeared, spoiler alert, she was murdered. She put a curse on part of the town. Just like that, the Curse of Riverblossom Hills was born. The entire neighborhood in my head now feels different. The overgrown lots don't just look abandoned anymore. They feel wrong. I even now see fog in the neighborhood and it feels heavy, and the forests feel alive. Some of the families have strange luck, and a blight has befallen Riverblossom Hills, aka that's Plant Sims. Others seem to attract tragedy generation after generation. Beneath all the cozy farmhouses and charming little cider stands, Riverblossom Hills is hiding something ancient and evil from the town's past that never stopped living quietly among them. This story is still in the very early stages. When I worked on Strangetown, by the time everybody got to see it, I had a lot more planned, which meant I could give you more scenes, more fully developed chaos right away. With Riverblossom Hills, thanks to this tiny home challenge, you're building the story alongside me in real time. Right now, the settlers have only just arrived. There's a small fort and a handful of scared clergy trying very hard to pretend everything is fine. The witch, she's already dead, and the curse has begun. To be honest, this is a terrible way to start a farming community, but here we are. What I love about this series is the town gets to evolve naturally. Our families, they're going to move in, secrets are going to spread, suspicious things will probably crawl out of the woods eventually. The lure is growing as the neighborhood grows, which means even I don't know fully where this is headed yet. But then again, I never really know. You can grab this adorable little cottage on my Patreon page. No membership required. The link will be in the description below. I've had a great time building several tiny homes, which is surprising because I normally avoid them. I think they're cute to look at, but playing them feels like forcing my Sims to live inside an aggressively decorated shoebox and calling it minimalist living. Let me know in the comments what kind of homes you like for your Sims. Huge mansions, tiny cottages, slightly suspicious forest shacks occupied by people who definitely own too many candles. Make sure to go check out the other amazing builders from this challenge. Everyone has brought something really creative to this, and it has been fun seeing all the different takes on the tiny home living. Please take a moment to like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and encourages me to continue spiraling over fictional town lore instead of behaving like a normal adult. Thank you for watching. Happy simming, and bye-bye.